Hello, welcome to GAR Weekly. Today is Tuesday. Today, I'm a little late in my video because yesterday I had a little extra work and everything. It was kind of annoying. Anyway, there is a video today. It doesn't really have me in it, but it does have my buddy Matt in it. This is the first part of a 4-part video. I'll do one part each week for the next 3 weeks, I guess, if you don't count this week. And here's how it'll go. The first is Matt's interview with Shelby. The second is my interview with Shelby. And the third is Bill's interview with Shelby. And the fourth is all the bloopers that I could find. Just things that I didn't want to put in the actual interview and other stuff. Just the main reason why I split it into 4 different videos is there's not enough time. I only can do 15-minute videos, so I had to do some kind of splitting up, and it worked out. 15 minutes worked pretty well. So I guess I will see you guys next week.
If you go ahead and state your name, please.
Hi, I'm Matt Filippini.
Alright, so what is your favorite pasta?
My favorite pasta would have to be ravioli. It was one of the few Italian dishes my grandmother could make, and that my grandfather would actually like. So we'd have these Italian dinners and Italian Thanksgivings every once in a while, where she'd make this great fresh baked ravioli that was just so good to eat.
Was it like a lot of cheese and crap on it, or?
No, because my grandfather hated cheese. He had a vendetta against cheese, so it was more a lot of meat and with the sauce inside and everything. That was the big stuff.
Awesome. So how do you know Shelby?
Well, I got to know Shelby through middle school. We had a cartooning class together, and I knew a friend of his that introduced me, and we talked about some stuff, like about our cartooning and everything, and got to know each other pretty well, and that's how we became friends, really.
On a scale of 1 to 5, what would you rate Shelby?
78. I'd rate Shelby 78 on a scale of 1 to 5. Wait, is 5 being jerk?
5 is, not jerk.
5 is not jerk, so 78, yes.
78, wow, that's pretty high on my list.
I
Sounds like somebody's getting an extra Christmas present. What is your favorite Halo game?
My favorite Halo game, that's hard. My favorite Halo game would be Halo 2 because it was a classic. It was great it was good looking in graphics wise. It was fun in multiplayer. And even though it's dated now, I think it honestly was the best of the series, though its campaign petered out at a very horrible area, at a very pivotal time.
Like how?
It just ended in a cliffhanger that was horrible, that was not good. It felt rushed almost that they ended the campaign at that point.
What would you rate all the Halos, all 4 Halo games right now, in best to worst, campaign-wise?
I would probably rate the worst was, I would say the original Halo CE, because of how repetitive it is in level design, but that was of its time. Halo 3 is above that. Halo Reach is above Halo 3. I honestly put Halo 3 ODST above Reach because of how good the story was, dealing with a character that wasn't superhuman in some ways.
It's true.
And finally Halo 2, just because I actually did like, while the Arbiter was a horrible character, I liked playing as him. I'm one of the few.
Yeah. So what are your impressions of me through MHCC right now?
My impressions of Shelby through MHCC is that he's a really hardworking guy. He's really interested in what he's doing, and honestly, I envy him for being so into what he's doing right now. As an English major, I don't feel connected to my program at all, and I feel that Shelby's very connected to the media program at MHCC.
Good answer. Someone's getting another Christmas present.
I'm going.
What hopes do you have for Shelby's career?
My hopes for Shelby's career is that he'll end up making something huge in the long run, like a really big production, that I will get to say, hey, I knew the guy that worked on that, and then I'll get free tickets. So please remember that. Remember this interview further into the future. Keep the tape. Save the date.
Okay. What kind of video software do you use right now?
The video software I use is Windows Movie Maker to actually record stuff. I'm super low tech. I work with a webcam, so I suck. I feel like I'm the lowest grade scum of the earth to other people. And then I use an editing software from Pinnacle Studios that I honestly love. It's great. Beautiful software.
Are you currently involved in any projects with Shelby right now?
I am currently involved in 2 different projects with Shelby. One is our 5 Dudes 5 Days. It's a YouTube collaborative channel. Every week we have a different theme. We each correspond to a different day, like I'm Thursday, Shelby's Monday. And we interpret the theme as we will. And it's really fun. I love his work on the channel. I love everyone's work on the channel, honestly. And honestly, the audience support for that is great. I love our audience as well. And I'm working on a machinima, video game, movie type project with him called Playtest, where we're kind of taking the idea of matchmaking people that are actually video game players, commenting as though they are in the video game a little bit. And honestly, his voice work has been great, and the puppeteering that myself and he does is awesome. I love working with him.
Let's try not looking in the camera, by the way.
Okay, I'm trying not to.
Okay. What's your title then, or your role in the
In
YouTube thing and the playtest thing?
My role in our YouTube collaborative in 5 Dudes is I'm like the tech Thursday. When there's a technical problem, I can kind of help troubleshoot and help alleviate some of those problems, as well as doing actual videos about tech things. It's a very broad descriptor, honestly, about what I'm going to help with. One week I might talk about how computer gaming is in the news currently and how that relates to our theme. Or the next week I might say, I'm having camera difficulties and I wish I wasn't. And in Playtest, I'm really the head writer for our production. And I also voice one character, oddly enough named Matt. I'm not very creative. But yeah, that's pretty much my role in those 2 things.
All right. What do you think about YouTube, just in general, as a company, as part of Google?
I think YouTube as a company, as a part of Google, is a really great thing. They sometimes go a little overboard on some of their censorship stuff. Some of their rights claiming stuff is also a little bit, I don't want to evoke the image of the Nazis, but it seems Hitler-esque. And while I understand the need to keep artist rights and everything like that in check and make sure that people aren't just posting somebody else's music as their own, I also think that there needs to be they should be a little bit more lenient and on a case-to-case basis really thinking about, is this really a rights violation? I mean, I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I don't want YouTube to come and kill me. But sometimes they go a little overboard on their stuff.
Yeah. What do you think of Shelby as a person?
I think of Shelby as a person. As a person, Shelby is really a good he's really a good person. Honestly, he's hardworking. He does the right thing. I've never seen him do the wrong thing, whatever the wrong thing might be, like kicking a puppy. He doesn't do that. It's a good thing. It's a good quality to always think of it in a situation, well, I shouldn't be doing this. And he's also a very good mediator. Sometimes when the 5 dudes don't exactly get along, we have to get a council type thing going. And honestly, Shelby as a mediator in that council is usually our best way to coming together on a idea and actually fulfilling an idea.
Talk to me about your English professor, Andy Gurvich.
Andy Gurvich.
Yeah, talk to me about him.
Andy Gurvich as a world lit professor. I haven't had him as world religions. I'd love to do that. He's probably one of the best teachers I've ever had in this college in Mount Hood, with the exception of maybe David Wright, who is a Writing 122 professor.
122.
Also,
what the frick?
I didn't take the credits. Just to let you know. That's why I had to retake Writing 122. And you didn't have David Wright? Who'd you have?
No, I already took 121 and 122 in senior year.
I know. So did I. I didn't take the credits though.
You were in my class, weren't you?
Yeah, but I didn't take the credits.
You didn't fill out the form?
No, I did not fill out the form. I was an idiot. Don't judge me. But Andy Gurvich really comes into a classroom and he challenges what you think about every topic that we talk about, whether it be Western religion to your thoughts about Mesopotamia to the Occupy movement. I mean, we talk about so much stuff in that class, and his insights, like, I almost don't want to talk because I just want to hear what he has to say. I want to interrupt him so that he can stay on the train of thought he's on, because he's a genius. And I wish that he did every class everywhere. I wish, if only.
How would you describe Shelby in one word?
In one word, I would describe Shelby as awesome. Shelby is beyond words, honestly. Like, I can't think of a single word to describe Shelby as a person. There isn't a single word. There are millions of words. There's an English language that can describe Shelby. But one word, that's not fair to him. I'm back on the present list.
What's wrong with your face?
What you talking about? Boy, you're gonna have fun with that.
How much do you love Shelby and everything about him?
I love everything about Shelby. I mean, I don't even know how to reword that question into a suitable reword. I love everything about Shelby and everything he's ever done. I don't think there's a single video on your YouTube channel, Shelby, that I haven't liked. That I haven't been like, you know what, I want to watch that again. And then I want to watch that again. And then ad infinitum and ad nauseum until I throw up. Literally, from being like, Shelby is too awesome. Shelby knows more than me. And then I throw up. And